Welcome to a brand new episode of the post game. I'm your host, Davion. I'm joined by Elijah,
You.
Oronde,
What's good?
and Lillian.
So
And today we are back with one of our weekly questions. And the question for today is, with the addition of Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers, are the 49ers the real deal, and will they win the NFC West?
I would say that they're the best team in the West so far. Adding CMC. But them being the overall best, like in NFC, no.
Okay.
They now
Oronde,
have the best QB in the NFC West and CMC.
idiot.
158.3.
Even with Tutty.
Yeah, I mean, he had a phenomenal week. He went, I think he had a rushing and a receiving
Rushing, passing, and
touchdown.
receiving.
Oh, he
Yeah.
passed one for one too?
Yeah, he threw a Tutty to IU.
He got two.
For
two
34 yarder?
Yeah,
Shows how
He's the-
it
prepared
was in
I
the bucket too.
The only other two people to ever do it are LaDainian Tomlinson and Walter Payton.
My gosh. Chris McCaffrey with a 34-yard bomb. But anyway, so I think they are one of the best teams. Well, they are the best team in the NFC West, and I think they're arguably one of the top 3, top 4 teams in the NFC, period. I think when this team gets healthy and when they get going, they're unstoppable, especially when Jimmy G manages the game the right way. I mean, Jimmy G went for 21 for 25, 235, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's what you want out of Jimmy Garoppolo every single day. And with the addition of McCaffrey, man, their running game wasn't that good. I mean, they've been banged up and hurt, but because Deebo Samuel's out, McCaffrey comes in, 18 carries, 94 yards, 1 tub. I mean, and he completely just opens up your offense. We see, it's funny, we see because we're in North Carolinas, we see so much of McCaffrey and we see so much of what he what he does on a week-to-week basis and what he has done for the past 3 seasons. But him now joining the 49ers, it just opens up their offense even more, especially when they get all these players back from injury. It's just gonna be they're gonna be firing on all cylinders, pretty much. So talking about the 49ers, we know that, in their division, it's the 49ers, the Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals, maybe?
Yeah, Cardinals.
Do you think because the Seahawks right now, they've been playing really good football. They just beat the 6-1 Giants. We'll talk about them in a bit, but Seahawks are now 5-3. Do you think the Seahawks can contend with the 49ers right now?
If
I would
Lockett
say
doesn't drop the ball all the time.
that, but I would say, yes, they can steal the number 2 spot. Because the LA Rams are just, we might talk about them later, but they just not it right now. They struggling. They can't find it. Stafford's not playing good. So, I could see Seahawks taking the number 2 spot at least. But I would give it to 49ers winning that division probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Seahawks being 5-3 and the 49ers only being 4-4 is looking at the 49ers now. I think if they had McCaffrey all season, they'd probably be 6-2. I think that's how much of a difference McCaffrey make. It'll be a close finish in the NFC West, but I think San Francisco comes out on top.
Yeah, I completely agree. So looking at this division, looking at the 49ers, do we think Jimmy G can manage them all the way, through the regular season and into the playoffs?
Again, yeah.
Yes, he's been with them
He's very capable of
for
doing
so
it.
long. So if he did it before, he could do it again.
I mean, Elijah, and we know you've seen firsthand what he can do, right? Being a Packers fan and watching that game last season in the playoffs. But irrelevant, little irrelevant, not really that important.
Don't
But
give Jimmy G too much credit. That was Talanoa.
Exactly. He know he's reaching. That's all. He's just reaching.
No, Aaron Rodgers lost that game. Jimmy G didn't win it.
Yeah, Jimmy G didn't win it. Aaron Rodgers did lose it, but I wouldn't even blame it on Rodgers either. I would blame it on our special team and defense. Well, not even defense, special team.
Special teams was terrible.
Two mistakes we did that cost us the game. So yeah.
Anyway, well, yeah, man. Any final thoughts on the 49ers before we finish this one off?
No, but I do have to say that, Saints can't talk either. So, but I'm done. Yeah, I don't got nothing else to say.
Lillian or Oronde, anything out of y'all?
I hope they use CMC correctly and they don't piss off Deebo Samuel.
They can
Well,
share.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
but
sure they can share.
I mean, but before that, I mean, before we leave out onto that point, but wasn't his like beginning of the season he didn't want to come back to San Francisco because they were using him like as a running back,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
so like don't
bro.
this just elevate what he wants? Like now he can be a dominant
He could be a-
receiver.
Yeah, dominant receiver. Yeah, he could be the go-to receiver. Number one.
I mean, you got George Kittle racking up whenever he's healthy. Like, I think like now it works. Now I think Debo will be happy.
Exactly. That McCaffrey
I think that's what
connection will be special.
Yeah. And I think that's what they need. I think they needed that running back to help them out. Before CMC got there and they had Mostert, whatever his name is.
No,
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, Raheem and stuff. Before Raheem got injury prone and started getting injured a lot, he was a pretty solid running back for the 49ers.
He was super fast too.
Yeah, so they had that running back core, but then he kept getting injured a lot. So I guess they started running it through
Swap
Debo.
another injury-prone running back for another injury-prone running back.
Yeah, but we'll see if CMC can stay healthy. 49 can definitely make it further than they can.
I completely agree. Well, I thank y'all for joining this episode of the post game. Oronde, Lillian, Elijah, thank y'all for being on as well. I've been your host, Davion. This has been the post game. Peace.